social animals. They can't live alone.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another spoiler video discussion with us three. This time, we'll be treading dangerous territory with some green spoilers. Once again, we're reacting to these and just talking about it at the same time, so we don't know what these spoilers are ahead of time. And also, so you guys know, I'd mentioned it in the comment section of the news, but the information about the ruler misprints came out after I filmed the news, so we'll actually have a discussion about that after we're done spoilers in the same video, where we'll explain, help clarify the steps they said to take once you get those misprinted rulers, and what all that means and everything, and we'll have a quick discussion about that after this video. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get into spoilers. So Green, and here we go. If you want to start us out, Oscar.
All right, the first one is the Mighty Leaf Elder. He's a 2 green, 5/7 elemental. Other resonators you control with leaf in their names gain +2/+2.
Ooh,
it's not bad. It's working with the
I think it's
whole
pretty good.
leaf thing that the last one was.
This guy sucks.
I think it's pretty good.
Like,
maybe there's some people who like elementals out there.
Yeah, it's a 2-cost 5/7. That alone is pretty decent vanilla.
That's not decent. Like a 6/6 is decent. Yeah.
But no, I prefer 5/7 because it's harder to kill. It's literally, Joe, you just said 6/6. That subtracting is the exact same stats as this.
And there's 12 other resonators that exist right now with leaf in their name.
Yeah,
but they're not worth playing.
It's an elemental, so it works really well inside of a guild deck. So I think anything that gives buffs inside of the guild deck at this point is really good. It's basically an extra. It's like a extra field flooding. It's like if you have elves and you have a 2-cost elf that buffs all your other elves. That's just a good card by default.
I don't think it's good.
You want to do the next one, Joey?
yeah. The next one is that one's gonna be great.
I love it.
Oh, he's cute. Alif Reflector. It's a 4-cost 10/10 elemental. Whenever a chant deals damage to this card deals that much damage to your opponent.
That's great.
And the flavor text is "Old Man Lorite, I finally found you. Gil the Gifted Conjurer."
So it's kind of like Volga, huh? Except for like better sets, more expensive, I guess. So
yeah, the 4-cost is low high.
Yeah.
I think I was looking at something the other day. I was like, man, with whatever card we have, we can burn for a lot. Too bad Volga's not a thing, and now this is a thing.
Yeah, just if you could figure out a way to burn it for 4,000, that would be great.
Do you guys think this is like? I mean, no one's gonna like try and burn it unless you kill it. So like in that, I don't know.
You can burn it without killing it. Like it's
I mean,
like a voodoo doll. You're just like.
Yeah.
Steam explosion hit. That's what's in the comment section.
What is it?
In the comment section of this photo, it just
Steam explosion
has a new best friend.
That's a good point.
Is there anything that like attacks and deals damage? I mean, there's stuff that attacks and deals damage shown resonators, right? Isn't that
kind of?
Maybe. I'm thinking in like dark elves. Maybe that's
there's you could do what's his face, the red one that came out in ENW, I think it was, that does 800 damage to everything when it enters the field and 800 damage to everything every time it attacks.
Oh yeah.
What color was it?
Red.
That's the
Yamena Ariachi, something like that. Anyways, point is,
when it's
kill it.
Field, it does 800 damage to each other resonator.
And when it attacks, it does 800, and it has swiftness. Yeah. So instantly, you're doing 600 to your opponent just by killing this resonator with Yame.
Except for that part where it's an 8-cost card with 3 red.
Well, you cheated out, obviously.
Okay.
Point is, so I just say there's stuff out there.
Yeah, it's interesting, but probably not playable.
Yeah.
I could see it being played.
I mean, if burn cards come out in this set, it'd be great to run during pre-release, just burning people easily.
Yeah.
I think I'll try and I can think of something for it. Don't worry.
All right, moving on.
It's cute.
Next up, we got Approaching the Truth. I'm scared.
Broken.
1-cost quick cast chant. Oh, fucking story.
Mm.
All right, let me get ready. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put any number of them on the top of your deck in any order. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Draw a card. That's really good. That's a really good card. That's potentially top 3 card fixing of your deck and drawing one of those 3 cards.
Well, you don't get to look at the last card.
The last card you're going to draw after if you put the 2 at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's really good, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with Quick Cast, and it's a story card, so there's it has this side way of being able to play it. But even the story aside, one cost Quick Cast,
really good.
top 2 cards, put on top to bottom or in any order, and then draw one of those. Or
I was like,
it doesn't really matter. Sorry.
No, this is going to go off subject, but I was like teasing Colin about cancels. I'll say, Colin, what if it was like, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, cancel a spell, put those cards back in your deck? just making fun.
Side note.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I like this is like almost like you. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters that it's a story, but not too much. Like any green deck is probably gonna want to play this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'm kind of interested in the flavor text. He's like, my vision. Could it mean? I'm curious what he's about to discover, because we know what's going to happen to him, and we know some of the stuff that happens in the future. So like, man, if you're reading the lore, that's probably super exciting.
Like maybe he's looking into like an alternate dimension, and he's like approaching the truth, which is that he's going to be.
What was his vision? I don't know what his vision
was. Off on.
It's Ataraxia.
He's like, I'm gonna like fold 2 times. No way! I don't believe it. All right, Oscar, you got the last one. Oh jeez.
Lorite's Wind, 2 costs green.
Oh look, Doctor Strange.
Chant Spirit Magic. It says cancel target chant spell targeting you or a J resonator you control. Another cancel. What? I told Colin, like, what if like 2 of the 4 new cards are cancels? There's one. Guys, look at Colin.
So cancel target chant spell that makes up 80% of people's decks.
Well,
that's a good nerf.
It has to target
it's
you
a spirit
or a J
magic.
Resonator.
It's a spirit magic, Joey.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like that's literally free with.
Look who's on the card too. It's that elf. That's the other cancel.
Yeah, that's what I'm paying attention to.
It's called
the Master's defense magic is supreme. He must be freaking green.
Whoa! Look! It's Soul, student of Lorite.
Yeah, glad they printed all those great cards for red and blue. That can't be canceled or have any way to defend against cancel cards. I'm not happy about that.
I think it's kind of cool.
It's a cool idea.
It's a little strong.
Sans the other cancels that exist right now. If we didn't have Severing and Otherworld and every other cancel we have, and it was just like 1 or 2 other cancel cards in the format. Yeah, that's a cool idea. It limits the amount of cancels it can do. It's 2 greens. So it's really best viabilities inside of a guild deck, essentially.
Yeah, but this is definitely a cancel tailor-made for guild. But
yeah, like you're 100%. There's no reason never to run this inside of a guild deck, because once you J activate, it's a free cancel on top of the already existing free cancel, on top of the 1 cast free cancel that chains into the other free cancel.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it still works outside of Gil. I think because it replaces, because there are people who are running Otherworld and Severing. And we're still running the 3 cost cancel just to have a straight cancel. That's 3 cost. However, I think this is a better. Granted, you can't cancel like normal stuff, but you're able to better protect yourself and resonators, so you can with this.
I'd stick with Vanish, just because like there's stuff like Final Battle is like super popular right now, and this can't cancel that. There's other stuff that's like
doesn't
really.
Does it target?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
That's why hexproof stuff. But I mean, this is still really, really good. Like this is.
Well, because we're about to enter a format, in my opinion, where Gil is going to pass Farer up. In my opinion, I think Gil is going to surpass Farer. So, especially with some of these cards that we've already seen, So in that format, because Fair, the reason Fair is sort of strong outside of the J Ruler stuff is the amount of support they made for Fair in the form of elves and stuff like that. And the way you keep Gil from becoming what Fair became is he already has all the green support, so you just give him some more support, like that elemental we saw. That's perfect support for him. Makes him a bit stronger, but not over the top. But don't go crazy with it. And I think this is an example of them going a bit crazy with it, which will put Gil to the level that Fair was, potentially, in my opinion. But I just don't understand, like, are they... I know we talked to Jeff, so, you know, obviously he said R4... They're gonna, which I'm glad he said green was going to continue getting stronger in R4. I don't know how, so I'm glad that is going to be stopped. So I'm looking forward to R4 and I'm hoping this will be all evened out, and so we'll just have probably a cycle until R4 where this is strong. But just outside of that, what were they just short on ideas? And they're like, we'll just keep printing cancels. Like, we need to fill a slot, so just throw cancel in there. You know what I'm saying?
There are a little,
weird.
There's a lot of cancels.
Yeah, it's a weird amount of cancels. Like, before our cancels, they were varied. You had Seal, Wind, and Light, which was 2 different colors, straight cancel, with a cool little awakening ability. You have Wall Wind, which was an interesting 1 cost, but it was easy to work around. You had other types of cancels that did different things, and they introduced Blue-Green cancel, which only canceled certain spells. And then, as soon as they introduced Severing and beyond that, it feels like they're all just like, I don't know.
Something I found interesting, is for people who may be interested in Pauper or who follow Pauper, it's a common, and it's the 3rd common cancel that we've ever had. So Pauper now has another cancel as well.
That's cool for Pauper. I'm okay with it for Pauper. It feels, because it's not a straight cancel. So in the realm of Pauper, 2 green that only does what it does. That's pretty good, I think. Pauper.
And for just a chant, and one of the older ones is also just for a chant.
Oh, really?
So 2 of the 3 are just for chants.
That's good. For Pauper.
You could run 6. You run 6 cancels right now, just in the past 2 sets or 3 sets. Past 3 sets, I think. For Gil, and they're like, those are all a lot of good options. Like what is it? Lorite's Deletion Magic, Otherworld Dreams, Fair Spell, Severing, and Vanish are all like cancels that I would really consider running. And then, you know,
and inside of a fair Gil deck, I think you could pretty easily or comfortably run more than a 40 card deck because of his searchability, his milling, and all that stuff. So I think you could definitely justify running all 4 of those cancels. Not necessarily 4s of each one, but you could justify running all 4 because when you need them, you can search them out. When you, right? Or is it you can only search Spirit Magic? I forget, but that's Spirit Magic. But
you can only search Spirit Magic.
He mills and he can search for Spirit Magic. 2 of the cancels are Spirit Magic, so I could see Gil decks running 45, maybe even closer to 50 cards without worrying too much about it.
Maybe. It is interesting to think about like how is, like, what's the deck gonna look like what's the most what's the optimal number of, like, because you still need elementals, you still need to chuck stuff into your graveyard.
It's a Spirit Magic. It's a Spirit Magic. You can cycle it back into your deck to play it again.
Right, but like, you need to remove elementals from your graveyard to cast Spirit Magic. So like you need to play like elemental stuff as well to fuel the Spirit Magic that you are playing.
Not necessarily. You just need to mill your deck.
Right, but like, how many? Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like how many elementals?
Deck, he very rarely played elementals. He was able to consistently mill through enough cards to get all the combos off that he needed to do. Because there's some other cards I think that help with that I might be forgetting.
But like, like you need to mill those elementals into your graveyard in order to cast Spirit Magic.
Yes, technically, yeah.
No,
not just. Is it just elementals, or is it elementals in Spirit Magic?
It's you have to remove an elemental to generate mana to play Spirit Magic.
Yeah, but what you do is you remove those elementals, and there's ways of there's just a lot of recycling in his deck. So I've never really seen that be too much of a problem. It's still only at 2 costs, so that one specifically, I don't think that'll be a big problem. But yeah, I think we spent enough time on that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Unless Oscar had any last thoughts on that.
No, I mean, I'll just count the cancels we've had since like ACN started. It's 8 total cancels.
Oh, okay, just Ray Cluster alone.
Just Ray Cluster, yeah.
And I'm going to assume there was going to be another cancel in R4, but
maybe there won't. We'll see.
I don't think there's going to be one in R4 now. I'm saying I assume there was going to be before Jeff came on.
Thinking I'm probably going to play like Alhamat's Black Lightning a lot more.
I don't know why people don't play it more. That's a great card.
Technically,
in that case,
it could be 9 cancels if you consider that addition, but I'm also not counting Q's call. But yeah.
So we'll move
this up.
We'll move on because we'll start with the technical spoilers, which is we were shown the sealed abilities of the ruler side of Kirik and Shayla. So we'll go over that, and then we'll go over the misprint information. Or Oscar and Joy will go over the misprint information. I'll have to get going after that. But we'll real quick go over those. We'll start with what you said, what, Joy?
Well, they didn't reveal the flip side.
Correct. I just said ruler side.
Yeah, we don't have ruler side.
So we'll start with what people are calling Shebe. If you guys follow the US page, I called her the Aquaman of rulers because there's apparently a big fight between Kirik lovers and Shebe lovers, or Bela, as I saw. So, Joe, you want to go over?
Those are all stupid.
What are sealed abilities?
Shayla got you pay 0, choose 1. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. Put an electricity counter on this card or remove an electricity counter from this card. If you do, the weather is thunderstorm until end of turn. Oh, both of those activate thunderstorm?
Joey just read it.
Only one activates it.
So
okay, got it.
Yeah.
No. Well, I read it at first, like
didn't read
the correct way, and then I read it just now, completely the incorrect way.
So she gains electricity counters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the semicolon now.
The fastest you could do is like every 2 turns you make it thunder, or early game while you don't need to use thunder, you're stockpiling these counters once per each of your turns, and so you have a couple to fire off in rapid succession while you wait to get abilities on your field that can make stuff thunderstorm.
My prediction is once she flips over, there might be something cool she does with those electricity counters beyond what the front side's offering.
Or it's kind of like a Rhea, where she flips and automatically gets 5 electricity counters or something like that.
I wouldn't really like that. So I feel like this is just a little slow, but still like not bad or anything. I just like there's also not a ton of thunderstorm cards out there right now. I believe like we only like 4 or 5. But I do think it'd be super cool if like she flipped and the amount of like thunderstorm like tokens you have generated on her could like buff her in like a seriously like big way or something. So like so like it feels like you're charging up all this energy, and then when you flip, you like get to release it. Like maybe it's like spend an electricity counter to like burn something, or buff yourself by like +5/+5, or like give yourself barrier, like something.
Yeah.
Just like that would just be super cool. Like the point of charging up is to like unleash all the electricity you charged up. So like that.
So she's just Raichu or something like that.
Yeah. I'm just saying that could be cool.
Next was
interact with thunderstorm.
Yeah, there's a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
Next up was Kirik, which has like the most badass art I've ever seen.
I'd agree.
I'm gonna be hunting down the freaking Uber of this card for sure. But his ability, Blood of the Dragon God, because he's a freaking god and way better than Shayla. Remove 2 strength counters from this card. 2 strength counters from this card. Look at the top 5. Count it 5 cards of your deck. You may reveal battle arts among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. That's super awesome, I think. Yeah. Looking at the top 5 of your cards of your deck and grabbing a battle arts, which battle arts include things like Hellflame and I'm forgetting the names of the cards, but the 1,000 buff and different things like that. that are battle arts that you can pull out with a Kirik's partner as well from your graveyard. A lot of them interact with strength counters, so they're to be super strong. I think that's really cool because a lot of times that I play him, I'm starved for his battle arts chance.
Yeah, it's probably a little too good. Like being able to draw, like look through, what is it?
Five.
Five what?
Yeah, but like I'm trying to do like percentages. I think it's like.
Oh, what percentage of your deck?
Yeah.
That's 5, 10. 5 goes into 40 8 times, which is not. So I'll think about it. You Oscar talk.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say there's 11 battle art cards so far.
I think it's 12.5% of your deck.
11 battle art cards, and you're running more than one of each one, so you're probably going to have like a good 15 cards of your deck are battle arts if you're going like super hardcore and stuff.
Yeah, no, this is like, I think this is super good because like you get to look through a decent amount of your deck. Like you get it's also free. It's literally almost like, if you, depending on how you structure your deck, it's like a free draw every turn. And like like, you know, obviously like maybe until you run out of strength counters, but like with something simple like fast food, like you're never going to run out of strength counters.
Yeah, I don't think strength counters are ever really going to be a problem with Kirik, assuming you structure your deck right.
It's like, it's literally just like look through the top 5, like 12% of your deck and draw something for free that you probably need, and is probably pretty good since battle arts I think are pretty decent. Yeah, I think it's really good.
Yeah, I'm really digging it.
And depending on what his flip is, like he could come in pretty hot. Like
I'm pretty excited to find out what his flip is.
Like drawing once per turn for, you know, what Colin would say basically free is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm digging it. So you guys will go over the stuff. I gotta head out here. So good luck with that. I think in my opinion, real quick, after you guys go over it, I think it's all being handled really well, all things considered. The reasonings are really good, and what they're doing for compensation for it is a good response. Here you go, Joe, in case you wanted to read over that. But see you guys later.
So basically, it seemed to me like there were 3 major things they were going to be doing. They were going
over the issue.
What?
Let's go over the issue.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like what had happened was somehow the print run got messed up. The rulers are gonna have the ruler on the front side, and then you flip it over, it's a whole other J ruler on the back side, like say Kirik on the back. So some print error. It doesn't affect any of the Ubers or alt arts, and the alt arts only affect Kirik and Shayla. So that's the issue. They discovered it. Hopefully it doesn't affect second print run. And to resolve the issue, what are they doing?
So I think they're doing a couple of things. The first thing they're doing is that so they're not going to delay the release of the pre-release or anything, because it's a lot of work went into it, and they don't want to mess up people's schedules. The other thing they're doing is, so they are going to be printing out. So the way I understood it is they're going to be printing out the correct rulers and putting them into singular booster packs with, I believe, one. I don't know if it's one ruler or if there's 3 rulers, or how many rulers are going to be in those booster packs. But those booster packs are going to be given out for free with any booster box that you buy, depending on your location. So I don't exactly
make sense to me, because like if I buy my box already and it's shipped to me, and those packs don't come out till like a few weeks later, then how do I get that pack?
Well, I think they're like, I don't think they've distributed the booster boxes yet.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't.
They're on distribution level at least, and then they'll be going over to stores within this next couple of days.
Right. Well, so my thing is that like let's say you buy it online, then, and I don't really know how online works, but I imagine they would have to send you that booster pack as well.
Mm.
And it's basically free with every booster box you buy.
Go ahead.
No. So the idea behind it is that instead of the misprinted rulers, you should be using the rulers in those booster packs.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they're going. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep interrupting. I thought you were done. So I saw there's two ways. One is if I open my box and my rulers will say Imul and Kirik, and then I get this secondary booster pack to take care of this thing, and I go, oh, I pull Scheherazade and Shayla. Well, I wanted the other two, but I got these two. It was still this random thing. So while we don't 100% understand how those booster packs are working necessarily, what we do know is there's other options. So you could do the mail in your ruler option, to where you mail in whatever you had pulled to get it correctly fixed and sent back to you. One thing to note is it is based on what the ruler is, not what the J ruler is. So don't get confused or disappointed that they don't send you what the J ruler was. They're only getting what the ruler was. And then the other option is if you visit in any of the ARGs or GPs. So far we know of in the US, because they've mentioned Rob and Jim as the ones who would have the ruler replacements. You can go and get them switched out there as well. But no matter what, it looks like you're going to be giving up the misprints just to get the correct prints. So I'm wondering how many people are really going to do this, because they're trying to take up all the misprints. I'd probably keep my misprints and just end up buying the replacement later.
Yeah. And my question, is like what's stopping you from getting that free booster pack and then sending in your misprints anyways, so that you're getting like almost double rulers?
Yeah, which is why I think it's not going to come with the booster box like you're saying. I think that was one of the select countries we're going to participate in.
They said we'll. Sorry. Let me quote some of this stuff. They said we will not be sending boosters to individual players. When you purchase from your LGS or other distributors, they will give you the booster free of charge if that option is available in your region. You should assume that the random ruler in the pack is in fact the ruler you would find in the box. The misprint is an error and therefore void. While yes, you may open the ruler you enjoy in the booster box or the randomized pack, the chances of that are actually still the same. We hope you can understand our reasoning and wish you the best of luck in opening the ruler you are hoping to get. For players in regions not able to receive the boosters, they will have a different avenue to take to resolve this issue, which I imagine is mailing it in or AGPs or GPs, or ARGs or GPs. But from what that sounds like to me is that you should not be doing anything with the misprinted rulers that you get. You should instead just take the booster pack and those that because, and at the end of the day, like, it's supposed to be random. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what they're pushing right now. Like, yes, if you got a booster box with misprinted rulers that you wanted, that's great. But I mean, it's random either way. Like, it's random in the booster pack, it's random in the booster box. Now, yeah.
Well, I say that post did say those things, but like when Robert posted in the US group, and it's a pinned post if anybody is in the US group wants to go double check it. Okay. He only gave two options for replacement. One was to get them from Jim or himself at a GP or ARG. The second option is to mail in the ruler, which it's not sure if it's going to be a Japanese address or a US based address. Mm-hmm. So we'd find out it's soon. But he doesn't even mention like the booster pack option, which is why I think it might be select countries and areas for that.
Yeah. Or okay. And maybe they decided not to do it, but I know, like, okay, yeah. It could be like select countries also. I mean, they do say it for players in regions not able to receive the boosters. Mm-hmm. But then it comes down to like which people are receiving the boosters, like the booster packs. And my question is, like, how are they going to enforce getting a booster pack and not mailing in your misprinted rulers? And we should also probably talk about is it like, are they doing enough? Like, is what they're planning on doing like a good idea?
I mean, I think it's a good idea, and like Colin said, I think it's being executed well, especially if they do this. Downside is like, yeah, when we go play places, we're gonna either need the proxies because they said they'll offer a PDF you can print out and bring with you, so you can kind of reference the J ruler sides, I guess, and ruler sides of whatever you're using in play. I don't think we'll have an issue because we can just print proxies easily for ourselves to use for the channel, but I don't know. I don't think it's that big a deal. So some people who argue like, oh, what if I go to a big tournament? Well, if you're going to the big tournament, it's an ARG or a GP. You're getting the replacement there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then lastly, they did, I thought, say in that post that, as an apology, they're going to do something to make up for it. They didn't really say what that was. So
yeah, they did say there's compensation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As like an apology. I mean, in perfect world, the way I would imagine it is like, here's a promo card. Here's something cool,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think they're handling it fairly well. I mean,
I'm not disappointed at all. I mean, I was confused, especially earlier this morning when I read the official post from the company and they mentioned the booster pack thingy, and then I read Robert's post later, and I was like, well, I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm gonna wait a few hours and wait to see. But so it's looking like we'll be mailing our stuff in, as far as like me, if I choose to do so.
Yeah, and I don't know how the booster pack is exactly going to work. Like maybe they won't. Maybe they'll know which regions they send that to, so that if you mail in a misprinted card from that region, they won't mail you back correct ruler. Maybe. Yeah. Because I just don't know.
One concern I do have is they're going to rush the print faster than anything they've ever done before. They said, so I'm kind of worried about getting like poor quality versions of them. If anybody's familiar with like Vingo 3, the cards weren't poor quality, but they felt weird and I didn't enjoy it. Like it's missing a layer of coating for the clear coating, so it has this weird matte feel. So well, like, some sort of like difference in print quality, could be. We're nitpicking, but still. Yeah.
I'm nitpicking, well, they said they were only rushing the new rulers and J rulers, right?
Right. The new print, the correct prints.
Yeah, so I mean,
the set would be fine, but the ruler's questionable.
Yeah, I mean,
also it doesn't affect, like I said, Ubers or alt arts, which is great. So you pull an Uber, it's still your valuable Uber.
Yeah, and like I imagine like since there's less stuff that they need to print, that maybe they won't be having an error with like doing it quickly, getting it through quickly.
That's true.
But it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I'm interested to see how like new information coming through the next few days. It seems to be like decent options. Something maybe they something else they could have thought about was giving like LGS's like actual fixed rulers, and then if you bring a misprinted ruler into any LGS, like maybe you can exchange for that. But there's a lot of room for.
I mean, two things worry me about that. Is one, the LGSs would only get them from distributors. Our local LGS, when we go to like Mothership, they don't even have the past 2 months promos, even though they're getting brand new product. So that would worry me, like that they wouldn't even get those rulers either at all or on time.
Yeah.
Like I won't be surprised we go this weekend and they're, oh yeah, we have the January promos finally, which would be, oh, okay, cool, we can get a foresight and whatnot. But the second thing that would worry me is the stores who do get the promos who don't hand them out and they just start putting them up online for sale.
Yeah, exactly. Which and like rulers. Yeah, exactly. And rulers and J rulers would like really mess up the pricing for those.
Oh yeah. Because like, I've seen on eBay where the brand new promos for the month, like even a week before they're supposed to come out, are already on sale on eBay. Like say Divine Bird, it was going up for sale for like $5 to $10, and then as the months go on, or the days go on when it's actually legal, it only fluctuates in price very little. But stores are selling them, is what I'm trying to get at.
So what do you think about stores opening those booster packs that they're getting? If assuming that's still something that they want to do.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing in the end. They get those booster packs, like you said, they can open them themselves and do what they want with them. Hopefully distribute them correctly.
It'll be interesting to see what happens going forward. I think the booster packs are interesting.
They are, because I feel it would be cool as prize support to be like, hey guys, first place is getting this booster pack that has a ruler in it.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
Thinking about it, I think what I do is kind of get in a box no matter what. So I'll probably send those rulers in, and then as you go and you play places and get packs of that current set, you still open up those all like incorrect error prints, and I'll just say, oh, I'll keep these now.
Yeah. I mean, I know Magic has a lot of has a decently sized like misprint like people who just love misprints, and and they like there's a market for misprints and all this stuff. That's why Pantsless Cat was going for so much back in the day.
Does Magic actually have misprints or like miscuts?
Yeah.
Like Pokemon only has miscuts.
They have misprints. Like there's stuff where like they'll have like a superimposed image sometimes, or like the coloring's off. I mean, it's rare. I'm not, I don't know a lot about it, but there are like misprints and like different like blurry card text or like double stamped cards. There's definitely stuff out there. Like, I mean, Magic has the same
or poor card quality, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to go with it.
But
yeah, I mean, that's really about it. I think things will go well. We'll see how it actually plays out as to which of the options of those booster pack things are going to do or how that's going to work. Yeah. I just really agree with the mailing in thing. It must take probably a couple weeks. Jeremy did make a post somewhere else about some other. I guess there was another print error in the past that I'm not familiar with, and he said when they sent those cards in, it took 2 weeks to get them back or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I mean that's not too bad a turnaround. I mean, but overall, I think it's great that like they're communicating and they're letting us know that there's issues, and I mean, they're actually being transparent and stuff. So,
well, I think that's about it. And before we leave, you guys, I just want to remind y'all because I forgot and I did it today. When we're recording this, it's the 21st. Today is Wednesday night. You have 3 days, I believe it is, to sign up for the My Rewards Cheshire Cat. So don't forget to do that. It's going to be in your Willpower Rewards app on your phones. I mean, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, Europe, I don't think they have access to that. So, but everybody else, don't forget to sign up.
Yeah, I probably won't do it.
It's a random lotto, but you can at least get it.
Maybe I should do it and see if Colin gets one, because I think my Willpower Rewards are still linked to his, to their address.
I mean, you enter the address when you sign up, so.
Oh.
All right, guys. Well, that was all we had for tonight. So we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hope you guys enjoyed this like kind of mini podcast, but later.
That's how I feel like these are sometimes when we do this. All right, guys. Bye.